Good evening and salutations, my Jays fans. Alright, we had a glaring issue. We got a glaring problem. Anyone want to sit there and take a wild guess what the problem is? Molly. And not just Molly, the actress. But the really sad part is that even if they decided to bring Haley back, this character would still be trash. This character would still be garbage. And what annoys me about this scene with Christina and Molly is that you can clearly see that Molly is the problem in the situation. Yet Alexis's dumbass decides to get upset with Christina as well, talking about you need to sit there and work things out, you need to patch things up. Did you not see the fact that Molly walked in, saw Christina, had that little stank look on her face, and was like, ugh, and practically walked out? But somehow you want Christina to be trying to work it out with your petulant little brat. Are you kidding me right now? This is some terrible ass writing. Really. Just absolute trash. And then this then Molly goes home, thinks about what Christina said as far as playing, because she was all like, Christina's playing the victim. Are you kidding me? And Christina was like, I don't have to play anything. I've been the victim before. So what is her little dumbass going to do? She decides to run back to her little apartment, pick up her stuffed animal like she's 12 years old, and start crying. I gotta wonder, did somebody just not like the Molly character and just decide to just write her in the worst way possible? Because this can't have worked for, like, I feel like somebody just had a problem with Molly, because I mean that's just some level one gray A bad writing for a character. I'm just gonna sit there and save people time right now. Gregory does not tell Chase about his illness. That's it. He is just going to sit there and prolong this thing as humanly possible until his body practically shuts down on him, and he has to sit there and tell. Well, he then Chase just finds out in the most gruesome way possible, instead of actually preparing him to sit there and deal with this. He goes over to Chase's house, sees Brooklyn there, and then there's some music and a montage and pizza and wine, and nothing wind up happening with Gregory's story. The end. Sam justifies her actions with Dante by saying that she didn't want to compromise him. She didn't want him to look the other way. But here's the thing though. I get ideally what she's trying to say, but you have to understand it from Dante's point of view. He's basically sitting there just looking at this like, oh, okay, so that's the excuse that you use to justify you leave me in the dark about this whole plan with Cody. That's it. He pretty much just like, just don't do it again until she finds a reason to do it again. Sasha is hella drugged up, but Cody convinces her that he's real and that they need to sit there and get out of Dodge. But of course, they take so long to sit there and do it that the doc comes back and is just like, oh, WTF is going on in here? So the question is, can Cody take this doctor? I feel like he's going to fail. He does sit there and tell Gladys that, he has to wait until the drugs have been flushed out of her system before she's able to come back home. Which I feel like at this point is probably just a stall tactic. Um, yeah, she should have been told Sonny a long time ago. But hey, she's Gladys. And Nina's they calling her, blowing up her phone. And when they meet up, Nina's like, yo, listen, if she's not back soon, we're gonna have some problems. Nina does talk to Carly to get some advice on how to sit there and be pretty much the next Mrs. Corinthos. And at first, Carly's just kind of annoyed, like, oh, seriously, this is your issue. This is a you issue. Why am I they coaching you through this? But she does, and she gives her some pointers and stuff like that, and basically just tell her like, yo, listen, this is the reality of it. And Sonny's going to want retaliation. So it's what you sign up for, boo. Running around all squirrely, talking about, oh, we're in danger. Sonny's not out here. We out in these streets. Like, yeah, yeah. Hey, I know. Your dumbass actually still thought that you was hanging out with Mike in Nixon Falls. Nope, nope, no. That's nope. That's the sad part. That's literally the sad part. She had this little fairy tale idea of how she thought she was going to spend her time with Sonny Corinthos because she just assumes that he's still Mike, like a dumbass. It's not safe for any of those people out there. It's not safe for any of them in these streets. Now, I actually had to sit there and defend Spencer today of Jocelyn. All he said was, how is Sonny doing? How is Uncle Sonny doing? Because unlike her disloyal ass, he actually still, he's still loyal to Sonny. He still loves Sonny. He still cares about Sonny. So he's just like, yo, how's he doing? How is Dex? Is the dude arrested? So what does the pamper little princess does? Decides to why, snaps at him, and walks away. Eventually, towards the end, he does apologize, which I was just like, bro, you're a bigger man than me, because let me tell you something. No. I would not apologize to her. Trina does sit there and say to Jocelyn, because Jocelyn's like, aren't you upset with how much time that Esme that Spencer's spending with Esme? Yeah, yeah, she is. But unlike you, she can actually control her emotions a little bit better than you. That's the difference between you and her. She can control her emotions. She doesn't have to sit there and whine and cry and spiral out every 5 seconds, something like you. She does sit there and say that she is upset about it, but she's not going to let it get under her skin. Okay, listen. At the end of the day, what y'all was supposed to be doing didn't happen. At the end of the day, Ace is a package deal, and that comes along with Esme. So at the end of the day, you're just going to either deal with it or you're going to leave. That is the bottom line. That is the bottom line. I mean, granted, it's cool that she shared her feelings, but at the end of the day, reality is reality. She's handling it the best way she can. She does sit there and mention Taggart for a little bit. It's like, oh man, I almost actually thought you almost forgot about Taggart. You're forever dad. Um, and she calls Dex. She's like, oh, why's your phone off? Because he's working. That's why he's in a mob. He's a so-called mob enforcer. Very piss poor one, but he's a mob enforcer. Let's see. What else happened? Man, I almost actually forgot about what you call it, Felicia and Mac. Felicia just sent there telling Mac, you don't want to sit there and go to Ferncliff because it's going to make you look bad. It's as far as your job, that's number one. Number two, if Cody does have a plan, he does. If you go down there, you're going to possibly ruin it. He wants to go down there, but Felicia's like, it's a bad idea. So I think for right now, he's probably going to listen. And he doesn't, and if he gets there too late, then he's going to blame himself, and he's going to blame Felicia. Hmm. That's pretty much about it. It does make me wonder with Brooklyn and Chase, because Chase was like, at first I was like, bro, don't create problems with where there are none. But then I thought about it, because Brooklyn didn't really actually carry that much stuff. And she was like, hey, listen, I don't want to sit there and flood your apartment. I want to be considerate. Plus, I'm not never going back to the Quartermains again. Like I'll sit there and visit and stuff like that. Um, but I guess I sat there and I looked at it from Chase's point of view. She's not really bringing a lot of her stuff there, and it can also look like maybe it's just one foot out the door. You know, he did sit there and say, listen, it was cool, and he thought that they were on the same page. So if you're not bringing a lot of your stuff, it's like I'm like, bro, this isn't a sleepover. You're living here. You know. But I guess time will tell. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of any. Let me just double check because I always feel like I'm missing something. Nope, that's it. I feel like that's about it. Now, if I did miss anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the soaps, YNR, GA stays, and of course, B&B. With that being said, we're going to go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.